Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome you back to another episode of our adventures in Port Royale 4. Once again, a massive thanks to the folks over at Calypso for sponsoring this miniseries. And again, folks, if you're interested in watching more Port Royale 4 on the channel beyond the miniseries, please don't hesitate to let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. Now, for those of you that missed it in that first episode, maybe it was, in the timestamp or what have you, and you're not really exactly sure what's going on in this game, just a brief explanation again, because it is very different from what one might expect from this sort of thing. Port Royale is all about establishing a trade empire and dealing with the various factors that come with it. Things that might help or hinder, including diplomacy, alliances, warfare, piracy, embargoes, all that fancy stuff. Now, if that sounds interesting to you, the game is already out. It is available on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4, and it'll be releasing on the Nintendo Switch early in 2021 as well. And if you're curious to learn more about the game, or perhaps even pick it up for yourself if you like what you see, there is a link in the description down below, and a link, the same link, in the pinned comment down below as well. You can use either of those because they're the same link, like I said, to, again, learn more about the game, maybe even pick it up for yourself. With that said, I think we should do a really quick recap as to what we've accomplished so far, what we've done, and what's next in this attempt to establish a Rum Empire, a Rumpire as I'm calling it. Now, we are serving under the English flag. That gives us certain specific benefits that we touched on last session. We could have, of course, gone instead, with France, the Netherlands, or Spain, but we chose the English flag to fly under. Within serving England, we were playing as the specific character archetype of the merchant. Again, we could have chosen the adventurer, the buccaneer, or the piratess, but I felt like the merchant made the most sense for what we're trying to do. And one of the key benefits of playing as a merchant is that we don't need to buy trade licenses. We're able to trade with anybody whenever we want, and beyond that, actually, when war breaks out between the nations, we can still trade with the nations we're at war with, whereas the other character classes can't do that. Now, we chose Port Royale as our hometown, so we are the administrator of Port Royale, and we've already made a good bit of progress here, if I'm completely honest. We did quite well last session in establishing a decent bit of work, getting a lot of people to immigrate to the town as well, maintaining a decent bit of satisfaction, so we are reaching, or rather, we've already reached the population limit of Port Royale. We are in the process of building the small church over here, which will allow us to have more than 2,000 inhabitants at the city, at the settlement, at the town, whatever scale it's at right now. And eventually, we want to get up to 3,000 inhabitants so that we're able to build a shipyard over here. With a shipyard in place, we're able to buy more ships to have an actual fleet that consists of more than just the one vessel we've been using so far, and that will allow us to accelerate the rate of trade, the rate of income generation, etc., etc., the whole 9 yards. And again, just as a reminder, we did manage to establish a few sugar cultivations of our own. That is what helped us make Port Royale a bit more attractive. But we are at that tipping point now again where people have arrived, but they are still looking for work. So we need to establish more businesses at Port Royale, and this is where today's, mini objectives, stepping stones to the grand plan come into play. So the first order of business will be to, finish the construction of the small church. That'll happen on its own. We don't have to bring the bricks into town. Some other merchant probably will, so we'll let that be. But beyond that, we'll want to establish more businesses in the town as well. Now, we cannot just set up any kind of business at any point in time. As some of you will remember, a lot of these businesses rely on the natural environment, and others rely on us having concessions from our viceroy. We need to get a concession to build a rum distillery, which I feel like is the logical next step for a rum empire. We've got the sugar, which is one of the raw materials. Wood can't be harvested here, but rum itself is a business that just processes these raw materials, so we can definitely do that. But to get there, we first need to get a concession for the rope yard, and then the rum distillery. And to get those concessions, we need fame points. And to get fame points, we need to do a couple of things. Or rather, we can do it in a variety of ways, is I guess what I'm trying to say. The simplest, and probably the one that we're going to approach at first, is by delivering colonial commodities to Santo Domingo. Again, Santo Domingo is where our viceroy resides, and basically what this means is we are delivering goods to him to then further deliver back home to jolly old England. And because they're, you know, happy to receive these luxury items, my fame increases over time. This bar will fill up when it hits the end. We gain a fame point, and those fame points are then used to get concessions, as you can see at the bottom left corner. So that's sort of the play today, is try to get those fame points. At the same time as getting those fame points, try to make enough money to establish, you know, close to 3,000 inhabitants at Port Royale. But we really won't be able to push that until we're able to establish that business with the rum distillery. So again, it's all, you know, intertwined, it's all interconnected, but there are things we can do to, you know, maintain happiness and satisfaction and things like that. We will need to put down another residential area as well. I think people are unhappy at the at the dense living conditions, I think. So things to consider. But yeah, ultimately I would like to have that shipyard. Right now we can just repair our ship, but we cannot buy ships because we don't have a shipyard over here. It'll be nice to have a larger fleet. I do believe that Santo Domingo probably has a large shipyard. So we will be able to buy ships from here if we want to and increase the you know, rate of trade and stuff. There is something about being completely self-made though, right? There is something about being completely self-made. Maybe we try to strike a balance over here. Maybe we go ahead and pick up, again, when we can afford it, we pick up one of the sloops. And you can see different ships, just to clarify what's going on over here. You can see different ships have different capacities. Their draft is, you know, more shallow or deeper. They have different speeds. So that's kind of like how you end up picking your overall fleet composition, if you will. Though again, there are, you know, for especially for like ship of the line, you have to pay some fame points as well as a hefty fee. We're probably going to stick with a couple of sloops or something at the beginning, maybe even a schooner. We can afford that a lot. Schooner, oh my lord. Yeah, might do that. Looking at maintenance costs and things like that might not be a bad idea, just to help us ship some goods around, right? We'll see. A little bit of money to be made first, and I do still want to have a shipyard of our own. We're trying to be an empire, right? Can't be an empire around these parts without having easy access to more ships, I would say. All right, first order of business then is to take a look at the colonial commodities we want to deliver. It's tobacco, coffee, cacao, and cotton. Cotton we produce at Port Royale. I'm just going to double check that. Pretty sure I have it memorized correctly. Cotton, coffee, cacao, tobacco. Yes, that's what I said, right? So cotton we can get directly at Port Royale. Santiago, Baracoa, sorry. It's flipping letters over here. Tortuga and Isabella are good as well because we got tobacco up over here, coffee up over here, loop around, go to Santo Domingo. If we're able to afford the purchase, then we can drop it all off over here. The wind will be against us for most of this journey, but then with us on the journey back home, sugar, we should be able to easily purchase and sell for a profit because we are way overproducing over here. Now, our own business is able to make us profits. We might eventually want to build a warehouse in the town as well to further kind of work with that. But between our business and the local business that already exists over here, I suspect sugar is going to be dirt cheap. Pretty soon, it'll be well oversupplied, and it'll be extremely cheap. I wonder if I want to wait. Let's see. We're going to go up to Santiago first to pick up some tobacco to deliver. What do you need? You want a little bit of sugar, a little bit of beer. Maybe I split it 50-50. We can carry 200 units at a time, so maybe 100 of sugar and 100 of beer, because those are pretty high up the... Ooh, make some good money off beer here, potentially. They're pretty high up in the basic kind of needs and whatnot, so every place will need them to varying degrees. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Beer and sugar. We can leave the cotton for later, because cotton, I think, is maybe a little pricey. Oh, it's not too bad. Not too bad, okay. Sure. But let's be reasonable over here, and let's try to recover our financial situation as well. Again, we've invested a lot of stuff. You gotta spend money to make money, like I always say. But hopefully we'll be able to see some bigger numbers up over here. First order of business is sugar. Pick up 63, this becomes 64. Wow, we don't have that much money, eh? Pick up, let's try 25 units then. Pick up some beer as well. 25 units of beer. Ooh, let's go with 20 units of beer. Need to keep a bit of a buffer. Because again, our ship costs, has daily costs associated with it. Our businesses have daily costs associated with them as well. So we want to make sure we don't end up in the hole over here, in the red, in the deep, deep red. We got to be careful. So yeah, let's move on up to Santiago with what we have. Hopefully we can drop off some of this stuff at a decent profit. Maybe go to Baracoa as well, drop some of this stuff off. And hopefully... Okay, alright. The beer, let's go ahead to Baracoa. They had no beer, so we should be able to get a better price for beer up over here. We can pick up some coffee and tobacco as well. Oops. Beer. Someone else ended up delivering some beer. As is the case from time to time. Still drop it all off. I think we're still selling at a higher price than we bought. We end up at a higher number than we started. So that's, something. What's your tobacco situation here? Not too bad. Up 10. Got some coffee over here as well. Yeah, that's going to be slow rolling. We can buy some ceramics over here as well. Potentially deliver them. Tortuga, are you interested in buying some ceramics? Again, the demand is determined by the size of the settlement. Isabella already produces it. The size of the settlement and, if they already have stuff available or not. 198. What are we looking at in terms of cost? 118. That's not the biggest profit. I pick up 20 units over here. Head over to Tortuga. Drop those ceramics off. See, the thing is, the unfortunate thing, and I say that it makes sense as a game mechanic. I mean unfortunate in the sense of unfortunate for us in our circumstances. Dropping coffee and tobacco off at a city like Santo Domingo. Ooh, we should rush on over here. What I was gonna say is we could flood the market over here, but still not meet the needs that our Viceroy has for delivery back to England. Meaning we might not make as much money as we want, even though we still have more of this stuff we can deliver to fill this bar up, to earn that fame point. And I just want to point out, actually, I don't think I did earlier, but this total number, it isn't the number we have to hit to earn anything. It's just the number beyond which our contribution doesn't matter. So we don't have to, we don't want to give them more than 558 units of cotton in a month. That's what that means. Okay, we've arrived at Tortuga. Let's see if we can't sell these ceramics over here. Okay, that's not bad. Sure, let's do that. Not perfect, but let's do that. Have some coffee over here, because I think we'll actually sell that for quite a bit of money down at Santo Domingo. Is that really the fastest route? I guess it's faster to go this way than to go around that way. Sure, fair enough. We're a little in the hole here, but we'll hopefully bounce back as long as we're among the first merchants to deliver coffee and tobacco to the town here. But I would very much like that, please. Get out of this situation. Come on now. There we go. And yes, nice. Coffee as well. Beautiful stuff. Alright, that worked nicely. Let's go ahead and do that a little bit more. I could pick up some ceramics over here, some fruit, some corn. Fruit, corn, ceramics. Nah, maybe just fruit and corn. Just a little bit, not too much, not too much. A little bit of fruit. Go with 50 units. A little bit of corn, let's go with 50 units again. You need to be able to offload the stuff you buy, right? It doesn't matter how much stuff you have. If you can't sell it, it's not worth anything. It's not worth anything if you can't sell it. We'll come back with, yeah, more tobacco, I think, primarily is what we want to do. Tobacco up to Santiago or Baracoa for that. Yeah. Drop it off at Santo Domingo. Good stuff. Trying to get into a rhythm over here, hopefully. Now, just as a reminder, we are able to automate the trade routes as well. We are able to, I sometimes just dump and pick up as much money as we can. But yeah, we're able to build trade routes and automate the pickup or rather the purchase and sale of goods. The reason why I want to do it manually right now is because I will make some decisions that, are quote-unquote suboptimal as far as the game is concerned, but I might need them to, you know, rush fame points or whatever. Isabella here wants 60 cloth. Performing tasks like this help push this bar up as well. So it might not be a bad idea. They want cloth, but the closest place that makes cloth, though, isn't it all the way over here? Ooh, Seville wants sugar. Ooh, sugar I could sell you easy. Alright, let's maybe work on that to make a bit of money here. Corn and fruit. Port Royale will probably buy as well. Yeah, fruit, corn, yeah. And sugar is... oh my god, yeah. I think that's as low as that price can get even. For sure. Down to Port Royale, let's go. Not enough money to establish a residential area or anything just quite yet. It costs like 40k or something, I think. Fruits. Corn. And buy sugar. Buy, let's say, 100 and... okay, hold on. Let's be smart here. Let's be smart. So these guys just want 95. Does anybody else in the area need sugar? You kind of need some sugar. You kind of need some sugar. Alright, we should be able to offload sugar, no problem. Then we should be able to bring cloth back as well from Seville or Sicel. So, I'm going to go ahead and accept both of these, I think. There's a time limit. Should be able to hit them. 95 up there. 60 over here. Taking a risk, question mark, maybe a little bit. Pick up all the sugar. The price doesn't change, so let's go ahead with 140 units. Sure. Leave a bit of a buffer for our finances, right? You always want to leave a buffer. But delivering tasks usually represent a ideal opportunity. Dead zone of air over here. Air, wind, you know what I mean? But you can see how the speed picks up the moment you catch the wind. Ah, love it. It's so cool to me. It's so cool to me. Alright, let's go ahead and drop off sugar until it's 2. There we go. Good money made there. Cloth. Can we pick up cloth over here? We can. How much does Isabella want? 60. Deliver one more bit of sugar here. There we go. I was wondering where that went. Cool. And 60 cloth was it, right? Nice. We can afford it. A little bit of money left over. Let's drop off some sugar on the way back as well. Evangelista, who has less sugar right now? You're willing to pay 102? You're willing to pay 108. Marginally, but more is more. Up to Nueva Filipina. Drop it off over here. Again, going against the wind all the way back home, as is always going to be the case. Not bad. And the 60 cloth should be good for us as well. Well, let's travel back with more than just the cloth, right? Let's pick up some cotton over here. It's plentiful. Cotton and tobacco both, actually. Go ahead and pick up. Let's check over here. What does Santo Domingo want more? The town itself. Tobacco, cotton, kind of equivalent. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. So let's pick up both. Pick up both over here. Go with... price gets down to 64. Let's go ahead and pick up 50 of you. Let's go ahead and pick up 50 of... no, guess not. 25 of you, sure. And between here and there, we'll hit up Trinidad. What does Trinidad want? I wish I could also highlight on the towns that I'm at while looking at this stuff. Ooh, we could buy some rum over here. We could drop off some cotton, some cloth, but we didn't buy enough to share on the way home. What else do we produce over here? Clothing and... clothing. I think these guys wanted clothing, didn't they? Probably sell some. 543. Maybe not a lot. How much can we buy it for? 324? Sure. Pick up 10. We're low on cash, but we can turn that money around quickly. Over to Trinidad. Drop off the cloth. Maybe pick up some coffee because it's available here. Again, make the journey back more profitable, right? Because we will have trouble otherwise. There we go. I said cloth, I meant clothing. There it is. Not a lot of money. Not a lot of money. We pick up wood. What do you guys want, Isabella? Wood, a little bit. Hemp, rope, wood, hemp, rope, okay. What is hemp looking like? Hemp's not bad here. Rope is kind of pricey, so let's go ahead and get wood instead. Cheap product. Hopefully we can flip it. Sure. Do that. Make our way over. Santiago, we can probably sell hemp to, maybe? Yeah, we can probably sell some hemp at Santiago, because they produce rope, but rope needs hemp to produce. So we might make a bit of a profit over there. So in that case, actually, let's go ahead and stick with Trinidad here. And pick up some more hemp. Sure. I think we can flip that. Hopefully. Hopefully. Down to Santiago we go. Port Royale still suffering from insufficient living space. The church is almost certainly completed. It does take time to build after resources are delivered. But we do need to... Oh yeah, look at that. Could have picked up more hemp. You can see the consumption rate. Right, you can see how quickly it gets drained. Probably largely because of the rope industry over here. Everything else we're taking back, yeah. Let's see if we can't pick up something else that maybe Isabella wants. Or something for Santo Domingo. You guys want, like, tools and stuff? Maybe 356 they're willing to pay. Let's go ahead and pick up some of that. They are willing to pay a pretty penny. 20 units. Head on over. We have until April 14th. We got time. But let's just head on over right now. Drop off the cloth, right? Get this run done. And maybe we end up with enough money that we can just kind of loop around this island to deliver the goods as necessary. So, cloth, first of all. Look at that. See, this is what I mean. The game sets you up with these suggested routes to try and help you out a little bit. Boom, look at that. Not just did we just get a lot of money, but we also acquired enough, where are we? Of the fame bar, I suppose, to earn a fame point. So, you know, doing those two was definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up some coffee over here. I saw it was plentiful, which is perfect for us because we want to head to Santo Domingo next. Would be, yeah, excellent, easy to buy a lot. Price skyrockets to 129. I'm going to go ahead and pick up 50 for now. Try and be reasonable. Try and be reasonable. Almost a full hold. Loop around. I don't know why I'm so... I guess why I want to save up money right now is to build that residential area. There's no rush necessarily, because we do need another business there first, and for that we need the concessions. Let's go ahead, and I have no interest in establishing a rope empire, right? Let's go ahead and drop off tobacco, money, cotton, more money, coffee, lots of money, tools even, beautiful, and wood we've been carrying around that I should have delivered somewhere else, but I've got it, so all good. Let's drop it off over here. That is not a bad haul. That is not a bad haul at all. I wonder... Now, let's keep it manual for now. I was like, I wonder if I want to automate the loop around, but I think I'll want to rush the fame, whereas automating it, not so much. Isabella, Tortuga, coffee, coffee, coffee and tobacco. Go with the wind, pick all that up. Loop back around, drop all that off. Sure. Sure. Now, if I want to automate it, I can. Just to showcase how this works, let's go ahead and create a route and call it the coffee, tobacco to England. Sure. We'll be getting rid of this soon anyway. That's just for my own record keeping, I guess. So if we can edit it over here. Starting from over here, we want to go to Isabella, Tortuga, Baracoa, maybe even Santiago. Why not? We've come that far. And loop around to Santo Domingo. So that's the route. It tells us how long it'll take to do the trip, based on... Well, you know what? We could even go up to Turks Islands over here. Dangerous to go through where the wind is red, because that means it's prone to storms. But we could go up over there, pick up some cacao, and sell that over here as well. Could do that. Or we just stick to our local elements over here. As we trade more with the space, we're also eventually able to get building permits and ultimately administrative rights over a space as well. And I think I would like to very much get administrative rights over anywhere that produces sugar or rum otherwise. At least building permits, if you catch my meaning. Unbuilding permits, perhaps. But yeah, that's our overall shape, sure, but we can adjust it. Some ships perform better in shallow water versus deep water. Some ships, I mean, most, if not all ships, would like the wind to assist them. You are able to click and drag and adjust your path. I don't think we'll need to. This isn't a very complicated, it's not a very complicated journey, so I don't think we'll need to do too much adjusting over here. Yeah, hug things over here, I think, is fine. Yeah, there's not too much complex stuff going on over here. All right, fair enough. So over at Isabella, you're going to be picking up coffee. And again, right now, automatically by demand is set. Might end up picking up everything, honestly. Let's see, coffee, tobacco. What we can do here is, rather than do it automatically, we can do all this stuff manually. And I kind of like, this is why I like things being a little manual, and that way we can adjust things, we can fine-tune things, because automatic just makes things too easy. And again, if you're familiar with this channel, you know that I don't like things being too easy. So we'll probably be, whatever, let's set some prices over here. The most I'm willing to pay for coffee, 144, sorry. If we can pick it all up over here, then sure, so be it. At Santo Domingo, we're going to sell at whatever price. Again, I do not care to make a profit on these sales. I care to, actually, this isn't even there. I care to try to gain fame points, right? We're selling tobacco and coffee. So Isabella done. Tortuga over here. We're going to buy some coffee as well. Again, if it's not available at the right price at Isabella, then then when we get to Tortuga, we're continuing to aim for that quantity. Again, with that same maximum price. Over at Baracoa, we will buy both of these, again, with a maximum price set as well. Santiago, go ahead and buy you. And Santo Domingo, sell all of this. So that's that all set. We can confirm that. And we can assign the route as well. And now, our adorable little ship over here will take on the route, the Coffee Tobacco to England route. Coffee Tobacco to England. It has a kind of ring to it, doesn't it? And you can see how it picked up 63 coffee at Isabella, the rest over at Tortuga because the prices worked out. And now it's going to head on over to Baracoa. It's not going to be able to pick anything up, but it will still do that. And that's where I kind of... A couple things. That's where I become hesitant to just letting the AI do this without spending a lot of time fine-tuning the routes. That's why I like having some manual control even when you have a bunch of ships going on preset trade routes. Because I would have done this maybe a little differently, but the AI probably knows best, right? The other thing is that right now Santiago wants some cotton. We can go ahead and easily pick it up from Port Royale and drop it off at Santiago. So we'll probably want to interrupt this at one point. But we've done most of this journey. You know what, let's go ahead and take care of this right now. Go ahead and accept this. 45 cotton. Head down to Port Royale. Again, we can completely throw off the route. Come down over here. New task from the Viceroy as well. In our towns, the commodity wood has been in short supply for a long time, while Spain has enough stock. I therefore ask you to buy 312 of that commodity there by June 12th and deliver it to our towns. Again, I could pursue this. I don't have to. But this typically is a good signal that it will be profitable. We're making all right money the way we're going ahead right now, though, I think. Got to get that fame point. Once we get that fame point, if there's enough time, we might chase after this. But for now, we're trying to get 45 cotton up to Santiago. So let's go ahead and drop off some of the coffee here. Drop off 45. Again, making a bit of a loss there, but we're going to pick up 45 cotton. Go up to Santiago and just acquire the fame from that task. Again, you'll see if we go to the Viceroy fame, we're at 79 right now. Go ahead and drop off all the cotton. Make a pretty penny. 109. And you can see how each progressive fame point takes a bit more to earn. But alright, that's good. Now head on over to Santo Domingo, drop off the coffee, and then we'll automate the loop. Though I might not even need to. Spent all that time setting that up and might not even need to for now. Because I think we'll have enough fame points to get those concessions that we want. Good stuff. Good stuff. And then we can focus on profit. So maybe we will take on that wood assignment. Not for the assignment itself, but for the profit it could generate. Oof. This kind of hurts. Not the end of the world. And this is why I would have done things differently if I had done the loop myself. Fair enough, though. That is a fair bit of money. Take a look at our fame situation. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. Alright, alright. Get back on this route. One loop should do the trick. One loop should... You're headed to Santiago right now. Pick up some tobacco? Sure. And drop it off at Santo Domingo. That'll do the trick. Have our fame points. Then we try to make the money we need to establish a residential space as well as the businesses. So we have to, yeah, try to make a hefty profit. We'll take on that wood challenge. Be a good opportunity for us. 1 point gained. Excellent. We can go ahead and get you off of the route over here. In fact, we can completely release the assignment. And you can see how the route will actually tell us, like, we made a loss on this apparently so far. So, yikes. But at the same time, I don't know if we did, because we did interrupt it. We dumped the coffee, though. We might have made a loss on it, but again, that's not the point. The point is we've got ourselves enough fame points to get the concession for the rope yard and the distillery. Done. You can also use fame points for other things, like getting captains. You need captains' licenses to hire captains, and captains then take charge of ships, and they're able to, you know, go into pirate mode, and they're able to take advantage of tactics and battles and things like that. Certainly something we'll be looking to, but maybe not just quite yet, as right now we try to maximize our finances and try to, buy wood from Spain and deliver it to any of our towns. All right, well, let's see where they produce wood and where we don't. What would be the ideal place to trade here? Sisal over here, they want coffee. All right, we can buy some coffee, drop it off over here, work towards a fame point. Pick up wood over there and travel this far to drop it off. Oh my god, that seems ridiculous. We can go down over here instead. That seems a much more reasonable trip. Or perhaps down over here somewhere. Oh, wood over here. How about over here? Yeah. Wood down over here, deliver at Granada. Puerto Cabello up to Granada. Seems a reasonable distance, sure. Let me check actually the amount of wood. Not that much. But distance matters as well, right? Time is money and all that. Really hoping it'd be much more plentiful. Typically it's indicative of a massive surplus, you know, like this. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and pick up some sugar from Port Royale so that we make this journey a bit more worth it. These guys have sugar? Some, not a lot, but we can distribute it across these places because, again, it is a pretty readily desired good. So over to Port Royale, where the sugar must be overflowing, honestly. Hopefully we'll head down south and make a good bit of money off of it. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Way too much sugar over here. Flooding the market. Down to Riohacha. Why not? They've got wood as well. I'll be able to drop off some sugar over here too. Again, they have a rum distillery. Rum distilleries need sugar. So, might do well to take advantage of that. Maybe they have a need for sugar. Maybe somebody else is fulfilling that need. But I'm here now. Able to drop at least some off. Very well. Pick up some of the wood as well. It's pretty cheap. Keep it at the lowest price, because there's so many spots that we can pick it up from. Head on over to Oro over here. Maybe drop some sugar off over here too. Again, they've got the rum distillery, so might help them out. For now. Build good relations with these distillery owners if you can foresee why one might want to do that. That's headcanon, by the way. Head cannon. Alright, more sugar down over here. No wood available here, though. Over to Puerto Cabello. Land of Butchered Names by Party Elite. I do apologize. Go ahead and pick up the wood. Can't really get all that much. Alright, it's not too bad. Drop you off over here. Price down to 65 from 100. Let's see. Let's do that. And see if we can't get a better deal over here at Caracas. We're here to make money, not fulfill needs. Right, so if I can go to multiple spots and maintain a price of 100 on this sugar. Think about the gains on that, right? We paid 48 per unit. We're doubling our profits there. We're doubling our costs, I guess, to make our profits. Is how that would be expressed, I suppose. Kumana down over here. Let's see if we can't sell that sugar for that same kind of rate. Yes, beautiful. Be happy with that, actually. And up over here. Let's see. 2.1 versus 0.2. Alright, let's go to Port of Spain. Port of Spain is in dire need of wood. Cool. Do that a couple of loops. Maybe make the Viceroy happy. Maybe make a decent bit of money as well. I think it's like 45k to build a residential area, so we'll want to do that soon. But I might actually want to look at a rum distillery first. Because again, people only go where there is work. People only go where there is work. Actually, not a bad trip. A long one, but it's not a bad one. 95 cloth wanted up at Santo Domingo. Cloth is not produced anywhere here, is it? Oh, Cumana. Sure. Alright, here's what we'll do. Cumana will pick up the cloth, drop it off at Santo Domingo. 95 is what they want. Be able to accept that task and perform it relatively easily as long as Cumana has a decent supply of it. They don't. They have some, but not all that I need. Jump the gun a little. Cloth, cloth, cloth. Y'all not making any cloth down here? No? No cloth? Alright, might have been a bit of a mistake. Go to Blue Fields over here. We pick up the rest. Ugh, sure. Shot myself in the foot there out of excitement. Long trip. What do you guys want over here? 85 cloth. Funny, you should want cloth too. That was maybe a bit of a mistake. June 15th. A long trip where we're just losing money. What else could I carry up to Blue Fields over here? What do you want? Fruit, maybe some beer, some sugar. Don't say. Some beer for them. Some beer, maybe some vegetables or something. No, they produce vegetables on their own. Some grain, maybe. Sure. Beer, grain, drop it off at Blue Fields so it's not an entire waste. Oh my god, beer is dirt cheap here. Okay. We're paying 108 at the highest. Beer. Grain is not to be bought over here. Over at Cahuita. With some grain and then Blue Fields. Let's go. And hopefully they have enough cloth. Okay, good stuff. 43 is pretty cheap. Hopefully we can get a good bit of money off of that. And actually, do they produce their own vegetables? They do. No point bringing that up. Cool, cool, cool. Again, let's not trade the cloth by mistake. That would be silly. Alright. Dump the grain. Stuff. Dump the beer. Sure. Not the best, not the worst. Not the end of the world. All the cloth in the world. Alright, hang on. Hang on. Can I fulfill both of these objectives? Can I fulfill both of them? These guys want 85. These guys want 95. So altogether, that's 85 plus 95 is 170, 180. Yes, 180. So I should be able to. If I can buy 180 cloth over here, I'll go ahead and chase that. I think that makes sense. 180 cloth. We can. I don't need that much because I already have 16. So subtract 16 from this. 107. You know what? Let's play it safe. Not about to do. I don't want to risk it on or arithmetic on my part or something silly like that. Decent at math, but you know what? Let's not make a silly mistake. So up over here by June 15th. Down over here by June 29th. All right. Up to Santo Domingo first, then. It'll take us 8 days. Do that. Head over to Port Royale. Pick up some sugar. And then come down over here. Ooh, in June, the English conclude a trade agreement called capitulation with the Ottomans. It is the first treaty of this kind with England, and it offers advantages that were previously reserved for France and Venice. England no longer has to use Venice as an intermediary. The contract will be frequently renewed and expanded in the coming decades. I love keeping the historical points on. I find that stuff super interesting and whatnot. Oh, we're surely taking damage going through all this storm. Oh, all the stormy waters over here. Well, it's not necessarily stormy, it's just that there's a risk of storm, I should say. Alright, 95 cloth over here. So, cloth. 95. Is that done? Excellent. And then let's go ahead and pick up some sugar. We have time. Yeah, we have time. All the sugar down over here and do the same thing with the sugar and the wood. Hopefully we'll make good money there. The sugar, again, is super cheap. Could actually drop some cloth off over here. All we need down here is 85, right? Drop off 15 cloth. 16 cloth, actually. Yep. 85. Up some more sugar. God, it's so abundant. It is painfully abundant. Head down over here. It's okay, once the rum distillery gets set up, we'll be good. And I'm going to look into that right now, actually. I don't think we have enough money for it, but after this delivery of cloth and sugar, we might have all the money we need for a rum distillery. That'll be good. And it's so pretty. Off in the distance. Ship arrives. Man, game's gorgeous. The fact that you can zoom in like that is just amazing to me. Alright, sugar. Drop off some. Again, we're making a profit basically throughout this whole interaction. Let's not be too hasty, right? Cloth can get dumped off over here as well. That's the money maker. There it is. Gain another fame point as well. We could actually buy some coffee over here if we wanted to deliver it back at Santo Domingo. It is plentiful. It is relatively cheap. Man, we have money. We have money. Can I sell coffee? You want tobacco over here, eh? Nah, I don't think I'll take that on. If I bring wood up over here, I can sell it. What about coffee? Yeah, but not at that great ratio. What about over here? Coffee, yes. Wood, yes. Alright, well, that settles that. You have so much coffee, it's here for me to buy. Let's go with 50 units. Alright, pick up wood over here, drop off some of the sugar. We might actually make this our first proper trade route as soon as we can afford to. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Again, I shouldn't have just dumped it all in one place, but I really I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I should have found highest prices across the board. There's not a lot of wood here. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Let's pick some up anyway, because there's some wood here. Pick up, let's say, 90 units. I'm going to make a loss on this, I think. Over to the Port of Spain. Hopefully the coffee and wood together will make us a decent chunk of change. And then we can focus our attention on...
England and Spain are now officially at war.
Oh, wow. What are the chances? Now, again, the good thing is that because of our character class as the merchant, we can still trade with Spain, but we do have to be careful about any ships that might attack us. Warships might still attack us. Well, this is an interesting development right after coming across this beautiful opportunity for money. Let's get out of here. Let's go ahead over to the Port of Spain and drop off all the wood. Nice. Drop off all the coffee as well. Ooh, okay. They recently got a shipment, I guess. Not a problem. Not a problem. Up to Granada. I'm sure on our way up these, like, island hopping, we can make that money in no time. Yep, dump some more over here. Good stuff. And I'm going to just dump some more up over here as well. And then I want to look at the distillery situation. That's why I'm not buying more goods right now, because I do want to take a look at... wow. I do want to take a look at the cost of that. And over here, rope is super cheap. Alright. Back to Port Royale. Alright. Going down a little bit. That's not ideal. Satisfaction is reduced due to general housing situation. We'll need to build some gardens and stuff like that. But yes, job seekers as well. Alright, so... first things first, how much does it cost to build a rum distillery? Not that much. Great. Place the business on color-coded construction field, gets a bonus near residential areas, and when a required raw material is produced on a neighboring field. So that's why we've got all these guys over here. If sugar cultivation continues along this line, right over here, bottom, and the rum distilleries go along the top, we should be able to benefit. Here, and then it would go, as we have 4 more sugar cultivations over here, it would be up over here, or actually up over here, I guess. But the first one, nonetheless, can be over here. And again, having housing nearby means workers can arrive more easily. If we put a residential, yeah, so we'd have to keep a bit of a distance because people don't like living near farms. So we could have a line of residences up over here. That should be close enough to get people... 2 tiles, right? 2 tiles? Might be too far for this distillery, but the other distilleries should be fine. So, not a very expensive investment at all. Our rum distillery is commissioned. Good stuff. We are able to... yeah, that's going to add 20 jobs. Wondering if I want to get some more sugar cultivation going as well. Because this will impact the, flow, quantity, availability of goods. Or do we just build another residential space? Isn't a bad idea, but again, it's the jobs versus satisfaction versus housing space balance. We could get another residential area down. Alternatively, I could get a park down. Parks are pretty cheap. A park down over here. Improve satisfaction. Doesn't impact living space, though. Let's go with the residential area. Down over here. Well, let's put you over here. We can put the tavern down somewhere over here. We don't want to put housing down there, but the tavern will improve the use of housing. 38k for this. Residential is 34k. Alright. Put you down over here. All of our money gone. Park is 28k. Gotta spend money to make money. Wood, brick, and tools up over here as well. Wood, brick, and tools. But rum has been added to the list of commodities produced at Port Royale. Now, Port-au-Prince over here wants grain and vegetables. I don't think I'll involve myself in that. Like I said, plenty of cheaply available rope over here. Where can we sell it? Where can we sell it? These guys have tools available. Rope, they have plenty of. These guys have tools available as well. Man, that's so much rope. Sorry for the little edit there. A little bit of audio issue from outdoors. The construction is never ending in my life. But let's go ahead and yeah, we definitely want to get the rope. But where do we sell it? The reason why I was looking at tools and stuff was again to help accelerate the construction up over here. Bricks, wood, tools. Bricks are available at Port-au-Prince over here. Tools at Santiago. So maybe we just come back. Maybe drop some rope off over here. You guys need it? Yeah, sure. Let's rely heavily. Let's overinvest in that trade. Let's go for it. We'll be fine. I hope. Oh, you know, it's not even all that much. I'm not just going to empty their stock or anything. These guys don't know what a surplus is. Sure, why not? Oh, you know what? That's why not. Because money is pretty tight. What happens when you invest in construction. Okay, let's go ahead and take the wind to stay out of the bad winds over here. Drop some rope off at Santo Domingo as well. They, you know, I can balance out the profits across multiple spots. Oh, look at that. Right until the price starts to drop from 324. There we go. Good stuff. Over to here. Then we can pick up some bricks, maybe even some of the luxury goods they'll want down over at Port Royale. Head on over quickly here. Feeling pretty good about our circumstances right now, I'm not gonna lie. Not get too overconfident though. Rope, dump it all. Oh my god, 357 across the board. Should have saved the rope for here. Should have gone with my initial gut feeling. Pick up the bricks. Sure, let's pick up 60 units of bricks. Pick up some of these guys as well. Stick with the 361 price point. There we go. And down to Port Royale. And again, hopefully somebody else might have brought the bricks already. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Just supplying our own town, right? And let's go ahead and pick up a bunch of sugar to take to all ends of the world. Not a lot of people want the luxury goods. That's the thing. Bigger towns want luxury items. So I really shouldn't go so hard on some of these goods. Oof. Not the best call that time around. Pick up some sugar. Guaranteed profits, basically. Go with 60 units over here. Try and offload some of this junk that we have. What's the deal over here? Did I not? I thought I put a park down as well, but I guess not. Still need some tools over here. Up over here, you still need some tools as well. Well, I can get them from Santiago, potentially. See if we can't... Yep, there we go. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Let's offload. Let's offload. Even at the reduced price, I think we're... Might not be a bad idea. Buy... tools. Drop off the sugar. Yep. It might be made, I think. Drop off some bricks over here as well. Good stuff. And then head back down over here with the tools. Good stuff. And again, one more fame point, so maybe we go ahead and take a look at getting a captain. Drop the tools off first. Should make a decent... Oh my god, yes. Feels good, man. Feels good. And as for the bricks, can we drop them off over here again? Maybe they got used up? Nah. But again, we can pick up some more sugar and find somewhere else to put it. Though, before I do that, I wouldn't mind taking a look at the circumstances over here. Supply of commodities is becoming a bit of a problem again, so I might want to fix that. Risk of plague is on the rise, so I might want to fix that as well. Get a hospital or something established over here. Where are we? Cost 47k. Yikes. Not a bad idea, though. Keeping people alive is not a bad idea. The park, 28k. Just short. Just short. Would love to build it. Would love to build it. Let's go ahead and get that money. I could take a look at... let's see. We have the fame point. And you can see over here we're able to get a letter of marque against Spain to partake in this war against the well, against Spain, but we're not about to do that. We're not really equipped for that. What I came here to do though was take a look at maybe getting a captain's license to get us a captain. Nothing else right now I think is calling to me. Though this is nice. Friend of this nation. Repair and construction of vessels will be sped up by 10% in English shipyards. Let's go ahead and take a look at some captains, shall we? Get the captain's license. Would you like to buy a concession with a fame point? As soon as you have more captain's licenses than captains, new captains will approach you automatically from time to time. In the captain's dialogue, you can have a look at them, hire them, or decline their applications. Great. So over time, we'll get the opportunity to hire captains now that we've opened up that conversation. Let's go ahead and pick up maybe some more... Just want to turn a good profit quickly so I can establish a park or something like that. Coal, metal, meat, cloth, tools. They still need tools down over here. Sure. Pick up some tools. Captain available already. Good day, Enya Morgan. I'm a fledgling captain from Puerto Padre. Oh no, it went away. Damn. Gunner. Deal more damage. Only wants a smuggler here. Able to approach towns of hostile nations. Even able to approach towns which are currently under blockade. I don't have to make a decision right now. I can wait. There's obviously a salary involved as well. But having a captain allows us to do things like piracy and whatnot. You know, this might have been a premature decision, I'll be honest. Jumping to looking for a captain. We'll tackle that in a bit. 183 is the price, that's fine. Up until the price starts to skyrocket. Stick with that. 94 units, sure. Then we can also head over here, maybe pick up some... What do we want to pick up over here? Some luxury items, I suppose. Don't really sell all that much down over here. Maybe some cloth. I think they recently added cloth to their set of production over here, didn't they? Sure, let's do that. We drop the sugar off over here. They produce sugar themselves as well, so not really. Should have dropped it off at Santiago. My bad. But back over to Port Royale. Drop all these things off, make a nice bit of money over here, hopefully. And again, if the profits work out, then we'll be able to establish that arc at least right away. Okay, not terrible. 197, sure. Sure. Drop off the cloth as well. I do believe we want that here. Yep. Nice. Should pick up some more cloth, actually. Bricks needed, perhaps? Yeah, a little bit. Let's dump the bricks here. Not making a lot of money, but let's dump them over here. Tools. I wonder where else I could drop off the tools. Again, I could just buy sugar for days, honestly. Hey, 1337, what are the chances? Elite in lead speak. Or elite in lead speak, I guess. What am I thinking over here? The population is dropping. Supply of commodities is on the way up, though, so that's good. Job seekers, 61. What's the deal here? 4 days until completion. 4 days until completion. We can't just, you know, sit and look pretty over here waiting for stuff to get built. Park down over here. I wouldn't mind a more central location for it. Like up over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. As opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Kind of the same. Sure, let's put a park down over here. Think it'll be worth it. And I guess I could go ahead and bring some more cloth back, actually. Pick up sugar. From Port Royale. Find a place to sell it. Undoubtedly. Go to Santiago, perhaps. New task from the Viceroy. Wish you would support us in the war. In order to do so, you'll have to acquire a letter of marque first. Is it marque or marquee? I always get thrown off by that. But I'm not interested in participating in this war just yet. Don't worry, we will have war in this playthrough. But again, we've got to get some more ships. We've got to get more directly involved if we're planning on doing that. Up over here at Baracoa, we should be able to drop off some more of our sugar. Hopefully. A little bit. Anybody want any tools over here? Yep, excellent. Oh, beautiful. It makes me feel a lot better. Down to Tortuga as well. Drop some sugar off, maybe. A little bit. Ooh, yeah, okay, that's not bad. You're making a little bit of money, right? And these guys over here at Isabella have a rum distillery, so they might need sugar. Again, it's all being sold above what I paid for it, so it's all profit. Sure. Good bit of money made. Let's head on down to Port-au-Prince, pick up some clothes, sell them back to Port Royale. Could have maybe just dumped all my sugar there. What do these guys want over here? What's this task? Meat. Don't think I can meet those needs. Go ahead and buy the cloth. Ooh. Price goes up pretty quickly, eh? Price goes up pretty quickly there. Don't know how I feel about that. We could try it. I could take the risk. Sure. It's not that much. Not that much. Ooh, a new king for Portugal. After the death of Henry I, Antonio, prior of Crato, proclaims himself King of Portugal. However, he is unable to assert his claim to power when the Spanish King Philip II dispatched armed forces. While Antonio, prior of Crato, enjoys the support of the lower clergy, as well as craftsmen and workers, Henry I had appointed Philip II as heir to the throne in his will. Antonio, prior of Crato, is already defeated on the 25th of August and flees into French exile. Philip II becomes the new king of Spain and Portugal. Again, context, I love it. I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff. Over to Port Royale, and let us drop off the cloth. Nice, we made our money. And let's just quickly take a look at the instructions over here. Are they done? Yes, they are. Rum distillery, the housing. Hopefully that will turn things around. Supply of commodities is declining right now, but with enough work in the area, we should start seeing this skyrocket now. Just got to get a couple more jobs established. I'm thinking maybe we do in fact build another rum distillery. Again, how much does that cost again? Rum distillery is 19k. Oh, we're just ever so slightly short. In fact, if I sell the sugar over here, we'd probably be able to afford it. We'd probably be able to afford it. If we take a look at the town itself and its production, we can see that we've added to the rum situation over here. Sugar looks like production is restricted because I assume, look at that, the town's business is no longer producing sugar. We have overwhelmed and outed the town's business. 160 workers across all of our sugar cultivations. The one rum distillery is employing 20 workers. All right, we're going to try and set up the math over here and try and figure this out. Right now, 2.1 sugar and 2.1 wood becomes 4.2 rum. We are producing 35.2 sugar every day? Is that what's going on over here? And then we can definitely get another couple of rum distilleries, I would say. I would say we could definitely get a couple of rum distilleries and start flooding that market as well. Not a bad idea, and that would allow us to employ, again, if each rum distillery employs 20 people, then we need 2 more. But if each farm, sugar cultivation, employs, we've got 4, so each one employs 40 people. Okay, so maybe I'd want to chase after the sugar cultivation first, just because it'd be a more effective way to up the population. Sugar cultivation also only costs 19,000. Also, like, right there, right? Get those guys set up over here. One will fill up all the job needs of the people, and then people might start migrating again, and we should be able to see 3,000 population get hit, and then we can get that shipyard going. Again, if we feel like we need to rush the ships, then we are able to... Our large shipyard has been underutilized lately. If you decide to build a vessel now, you will get a 50% discount on the price. The offer applies to all types of vessels. It's not a bad idea. 19,000 is the price. That way we can start making money faster, right? Something to think about. The timing of that is interesting. Timing of that is interesting. Just get a sloop. A little bit faster. Again, can't be used for fighting or anything, but it's a little bit faster. Might need to think about this. Might need to think about that as an option. As much as I want to be, self-made from the ground up, so to speak, might have to rely on our Viceroy's settlement over here as well. But folks, that's all talk for next time. I'm very satisfied yet again with how much progress we've made today. We've ventured into Spanish territories, found a pretty lucrative opportunity over here because they can't grow sugar while we can, and boy, are we growing sugar. So we should be able to continue using that as an opportunity to dominate the sugar trade in the area, while we're waiting for our rum industries to take off. Again, Port Royale will soon have that very important milestone in terms of population crossed. We'll be able to do that more than easily, I think, next session. Just got to establish a few more businesses in the area. And once that happens, because again, the population includes non-workers as well, right? So once that happens, we have more ships. We start to automate the process a little bit, use those trade routes, automate the process, start making money at an exponentially greater rate, and then we can start getting the administrative rights and building permissions at other settlements as well. All we have to do is sell them goods that their people need. As you can see at Tortuga, we're already close to having access to their to building rights over here. We might want to chase after Isabella as well and flood the market with rum and get rid of the viability of their own rum industry. Lots of options, lots to think about. But next session is going to be, I think, pretty interesting in how we... I think we're going to start getting pretty aggressive next session. Like, so far we've built our foundations. I think we have a pretty good foundation right now. Rum, sugar, lots of sugar, bit more rum. Get that population mark and then start, yeah, just spreading our rum everywhere and dropping everybody else's prices across the board. We also have access to not just one, but 2 captains now. And if we are able to participate in some shadier activities with some of these captains, I think be a good time. Folks, from Port Royale in Port Royale, I'm about to bid you farewell, but just as a reminder, if you liked what you saw, if you're curious about more information about the game, if you're thinking about picking it up, don't hesitate to check out the link in the description down below and in the pinned comment down below as well. I'm having a lot of fun with this so far. I feel like we're actually making good progress at a good rate over here with our pinpoint kind of focused intent, at least. We're not looking for the biggest paycheck. We're looking to dominate the world of rum over here. And we've got those foundations going, especially with the distillery in place and the cultivations and all that. So very excited for where things go next session, especially if we get the opportunity to be a bit more aggressive and maybe a little dirty, I guess is the word to use. But folks, that's all for next time. I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in what I do on the channel. On the topic of massive differences, a massive thanks to the folks that have been supporting this channel on a monthly basis, my patrons and channel members. A massive difference you do make. And of course, a massive thanks as well, each and every one of you, for watching. Until next time, cheers.